Ladies and gentlemen, BuskW-Us proudly presents the Spotlight!
Yeah! Woo!
Welcome
Yeah.
to the Spotlight. Thank you. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Spotlight. Today we have a very special episode. We're going to be speaking to Way2Real.
You already know.
Thank you very much for being here with us today. Let us begin, shall we? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you from?
Oh man, I can tell you a lot about myself, but right now, man, I'm Kurt Cocaine for one, my AKA. That's my AKA, my artist name. You know, I represent North Carolina, Garner, North Carolina to be exact. You know, I've been out here in Laredo for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
You know, I came out as a barber. You know, right now I'm transitioning into the music, entertainment scene. You know, so it's a lot that falls up under the entertainment genre with me. You know, it's not all about music. It's about sports entertainment, adult film entertainment. It's just whatever that's entertainment. Yeah, whatever's entertaining, man. You know, we trying to just keep it real with that.
That's great.
So we out here, man. You know, trying to be seen, trying to be heard. We trying to network at all costs by any means necessary.
And when you first started making music, did you take any classes? Where did you learn to create?
No classes. All creativity comes, you know, from within. It's all natural. That's why it's way too real. Like, I don't down anybody that go to classes. You know, some people are more fortunate than others to be able to go and study, you know, to do what they do. But, you know, I just, like I said, I do a lot of self motivation and self help. You know what I mean? Learn myself, you know, to navigate through what I want to do in life.
Because sometimes there is a lot of jams that are very depressing. It's nice to have something to be able to listen to and feel like yeah, I got the power in me. And what's your first memory of music in general? Like, what's the first thing you remember, like that really left an impression?
Well, I always grew up around music, man. You know, in my culture, in the black family, you know, it's about, you know, vibing to music, whether you cleaning up the house, whether you cooking breakfast, or whether you just chilling. I always been around music and exposed to it through my mom, my dad, my aunts, and my uncles, man. You know, so the first group that stuck with me was a group called the Fat Boys. I don't know if y'all know what
actually.
I heard about them.
So
That's
I grew
cool.
up with the beats, was on the Fat Boy doing the human beatbox.
Snap. I'm familiar with it. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't heard a lot of their music, but I've heard some of it. And it's cool.
That's cool. That's a beatbox.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Pretty badass.
And what was your first experiment, whether you released it or not?
Well, I'll say my first experiment really, like, I was in the 3rd grade and they had like a show and tell, and so I had a Fisher Price, like a karaoke machine, you know what I mean? So I actually imitated a Fat Boy song,
Really?
you know, in my class.
So you came in and you brought the house down.
Yeah, I was doing the human beatbox, I was doing all that, you know, so that was my like experiment, you know, nothing released. Like I said, I was in the 3rd grade.
And that's when you first cut the bug.
Kind of cool.
That's great. That's cool because everybody has that's a different thing that gets them into it. Like,
That's badass. Naturally.
I was very bored. I didn't feel it. And what type of category would you brand the music that you make?
Well, me personally, the music that I make is more hardcore hip hop rap. You know, street, urban literature. You know,
Okay.
that's what I personally represent.
Badass,
But as a
badass.
company, as a label, I'm interested in all genres. You know, because it's country singers, jazz musicians that need to be promoted and marketed.
Hell yeah.
So me personally, I do my own thing with hip hop, hardcore. I bring it like that, you know, street life.
I like listening to gypsy jazz too, the one that's like. Yeah, there's so much different types. There's so many different types of music in the world that like you can never actually listen to everything.
Yeah.
But it's nice to like try, right? And
True,
like you hear so many different ideas that you can incorporate into your own thing.
No doubt.
And you were mentioning right now that as you were growing up, one of your favorite artists was the Fat Boys, right?
Right.
Well, if you had the chance to worked with them, what do you think a version of a song with Fat Boys featuring Way2Real would sound like?
Man, it'll be all beats like the Fat Boys that had the human beatbox. So I have the human beatbox on a hard beat, just and I'll just be going in hard on whatever vibing to the beat. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what. There ain't no telling what to come out of it.
That's great. And what kind of producer are you looking for as an artist?
Well, when I do production, man, I've done most of my production out here with, I started out with Leo DeSafo. I don't know if people understand who he is out in Laredo, but he's a talented artist himself and a producer. You know, so I don't look for a certain type of sound with a producer. I just look for them to be consistent and available and be able to master the equipment that they have.
Nice.
But right now, I deal with TJO at Infinite Studios. You know, and that's right here in Laredo, Texas. You know, and abroad in North Carolina, it's a guy named DeVorce Parker. His name is Boom, and he's on a rise as an artist and a producer out as well. So those are the three producers that I've ever worked with. You know, so I don't really look for a certain thing in a producer, but I look for availability and for them to be able to master the craft at what they're doing. Yeah.
And when you start a new project, do you come in with any ideas, or do you interpret them with another artist's idea and incorporate them into your own, like to see whether it does?
Well, it's a little mixture of everything. Sometimes you want to get in and you just got your creative juices flowing, so you book the time and you just get in with a beat and vibe off of it. But a lot of times it's good to be ready with the work that you have, you know, so that because time is money. You got to pay for the studio time most times. So you want to go in there ready, so you can already know what you're doing.
How much do they usually charge you? Is it rate? It's never a set thing.
Nah, some producers, the producers that I work with, it's always been about a set time for an hour. Like an hour, you might get anywhere from $35 to $50 per hour. Some producers, when I started out with DeSafo, he charged by the song. You know, so he was really dedicated to sit there no matter how long it took and finish up the project.
So even if it was like a 3-minute song and it took like 6 hours long.
6 hours, some producers they'll charge you $100 maybe, you know, $50, depending on the equipment that they have and depending on, you know, themselves, like what status they are, you know, because people gonna charge you based on who they feel that they're worth. So it's different. It's all different.
Yeah, like packages and stuff like that.
It depends on the producer that you choose to deal with.
And it's and when you're working with someone new, what's a typical first date like?
So when I'm working with someone new, like I just get a feel for them, and I want to know what they bring to the table. You know, I'm gonna let them know what I bring to the table, so that we can collab and create something that's realistic. You know, so the first day meeting somebody, I want to get a feel for what they trying to do and what I can do to be in the mix of that.
Yeah, to like feel it there to give them more of a help.
Right, you gotta feel the vibe.
What they're looking
you
for.
gotta learn how you can create with somebody. You know, when you're working with somebody new.
Continue where we left off. When you start a new project, you come in with your own ideas, and depending on who you're working with, that does or does not apply to you.
Yeah, well, a lot of times I come in with content ready to record, you know, and because time is money. You know, when you're going in the studio, you book for an hour, you want to get as much done in that hour that you can. You know, so a lot of times I come in already with a plan to know what I'm gonna do. I got my beat ready. I already sent it to the producer. He got it loaded up. So when we get in, we can just jump into recording. You know, so a lot of times, sometimes too, can go in with just that energy of want to do something, want to be creative, and you just come in with a beat and just vibe off the beat. So it just depends. You know, me personally, I like to be ready when I come in.
Yeah, of course.
That's the main. Save time, save money.
I understand completely.
Like from hustle.
And what's
That's badass.
first date like for you?
First day?
Yeah.
First day or what?
of recording? Like when you start making a new song?
Like I said, you got to get your beat to the producer. You got to load it up on the computer, and then you get it tracked out. Then you set up your mic, get them in there, you get on the mic, and you just record them until it go over and over until you complete. That's just a recording day. That's it.
That's
So,
badass.
So it
That's
takes
cool.
when you're creating a song, how long does it normally take for you to complete it? Like,
It varies. It varies. Like I said, sometimes you can go in and knock a song out in an hour. Then it's up to the producer to do the mixing and the mastering of it. So it's no set time for creation. Some creations may take an hour. Some may take 30 minutes. Some may take 30 days, 30 months. It varies.
Yeah, I completely understand what you mean. Like, I wrote a piece of the song. It's not even a complete song, and it took me like 2 years to get that little piece. Yeah, that's completely being serious about that.
Right.
And sometimes it takes long to write. 'Cause
Yeah.
Too much creativity and other things that you want to put in,
Right.
and sometimes it just bounce off like a bank account. Boom.
Right.
And if you wouldn't mind, would you mind recommending some of your music that we can go check out?
Well, I mean, if you want to see more of what Way2Real got, you can go to YouTube, and it's Way2Real Entertainment on YouTube. WayToReal Entertainment. I'm on Snapchat, Way2Real Live. We got Instagram, Way2Real Entertainment. We got Kurt Cocaine. You can just Google that. Google Way2Real. Google Kurt Cocaine. Google Clinton Newkirk. You know what I mean? However you want to find Way2Real, it's all Google. Google is your friend.
Well, thank you very much for being with us today. Okay.
Appreciate that.
Again, my name is Dragon. This is Ruben, and from all of us here at the Spotlight,
Yo,
we all make the diversity.
Diversity.